Hey guys, what's this I hear? NeNe Leakes is gonna probably be married to her African boyfriend. That's the word on the street, folks, because he is going through a divorce currently, and apparently it's messy. Let's talk about it. So, according to TMZ, Page 6, and all the other news outlets who is talking about this story, NeNe Leakes' boyfriend has filed for a divorce from his wife. And guess what, people? The wife is suing the Real Housewives of Atlanta alumni. I guess her lawyers figure she can get more money out of the alumni in opposed to just suing NeNe. NeNe's probably worth maybe $2 million or so. And alumni is a corporation. So I'm thinking, on what grounds would they sue? On the grounds that maybe they encouraged it by allowing the both of them to date on set? I don't know. What's the grounds? Drop it in the comments section. Tell me if they can do that. I know in South Carolina, or in one of those states, North Carolina probably, that you can go after someone for stealing your spouse. Now, I looked it up on Google, and prior to 1979 in Georgia, namely the party, the person who was stealing your wife or husband, and you would file on the grounds of alienation of affection, but that's no longer in play because that has been abolished. There's no longer that law. And I believe NeNe is living in Georgia. So if the wife is coming after NeNe, it's not the state that's going to upheld alienation of affection. Her lawyers figure they can get more money out of the company. It wasn't NeNe's fault that this man went after her. If you can't keep him, he's going to stray. So the wife should really be going after the husband and not NeNe. I don't know why she would even go after NeNe, because NeNe is single and unattached. As you guys can recall, when Greg passed away, well, just before Greg passed away, she met up with this guy. And when Greg passed away, her relationship with this man was flourishing. So if his wife really wants to get even with him, she's got to take him to court, take him for everything he's worth, in child support as well as spousal support. When you're going through a divorce, it's you and your man, you and your husband, you and your ex-husband. So any money that you have coming should be from that person. And it goes vice versa. If a woman cheats on a man during the marriage, then when the divorce happens, the woman have a right to go after that man and get some type of settlement for him cheating, for his cheating ways. So in this case, she shouldn't even be filing against the alumni or NeNe Leakes. So I say he probably popped the question to NeNe. Maybe that's why he's going through a divorce, because no man is going to file for a divorce while his relationship with a current girlfriend is hot. Usually when they file for a divorce, that means they want to marry you. So this is why I say NeNe met up with this man and she knows how to keep him. And that's a little note that you guys should put in your book. All of those of you out there who says, oh, I can't get a man. Oh, I don't know how, you guys don't know how hard it is to keep him. Look at NeNe Leakes. She just met up with this guy and he's ready to pop the question because he don't want his current wife anymore. He says, NeNe is the one for me. Let me get a divorce and marry this one. So NeNe knows how to keep them, honey. She married Greg, and Greg was supposed to be this big real estate agent. And he married NeNe, and she was dancing on a pole. So apparently, she got that whop, honey. So the wife is now in progress of suing Real Housewives of Atlanta alumni. She's already sued NeNe back in, I believe it was May. And the date of the separation was September the 19th, 2021. So documents obtained by Page 6 is showing that this man has agreed to distribute the assets between he and his wife in an equitable manner. He's not looking to cheat her, in other words. Well, he won't have a leg to stand on because he's the one who stepped out of marriage and started to date NeNe Leakes. when he knew good and well he still had a wife tucked away somewhere. And here's a little sidebar, folks. The wife is not bad looking. That's her in the picture right there. And I suspect she's not going to have a problem finding anybody, and sooner than later. Because as soon as he obtained that divorce, I suspect that wife is going to marry again. So he can't he can't play hardball with this one. He don't have a leg to stand on. So this woman is going to get everything that she's suing for and more. So the documents also showed, the court records also showed that they have not lived together, cohabitated, since he separated from her. And he had no marital relationships since September of 2021. So, folks, she sued NeNe Leakes. She did sue her back in late May, and she claimed in papers that the reality star caused her separation. And like I said before, people, it wasn't NeNe who caused the separation, it was the husband. If the husband wanted to cheat, he would have cheated with NeNe or anybody else who was available. It just happened to be NeNe. Apparently, he wasn't happy in his marriage and he looked for another woman. He found one in NeNe Leakes. I'm telling you, people, if somebody don't want to stay, you can't hold them. This man wanted to go. That's why he decided to hook up with NeNe and stayed with NeNe, because he wasn't satisfied in his marriage. So, to me, the wife should not have sued NeNe. She should have went after her husband and get as much as she can out of him. So when she sued NeNe back in May, the court documents that was obtained by page 6 said that she and her husband had a very good sex life and they had happiness in their marriage until he met NeNe. Now, whose fault is that? NeNe didn't go looking for this man. This man chose NeNe, saw what he liked, and he went after her. So the wife shouldn't be mad because she couldn't hold him. She should be mad at the husband, not NeNe. So I'm telling you, folks, sometimes we get our priorities all mixed up. Now, I don't know if she lives in the U.S. I know in certain places or certain states in the U.S., you can actually sue the mistress if that mistress broke your marriage up. I think, where is it, North Carolina or somewhere in the Carolinas, but I know it's in the southern state. Southern places, one of them states, you can sue anybody who has broken your marriage up. Now, page 6 did not say if this court case has been resolved and what's the outcome. I am dying to know. So I'm going to keep pursuing this story until I find out, because it would, I think, send shock waves out there to all those, gold diggers who like to break up a happy home and go after these married men. It would send a real message to them that they cannot get away with breaking up people's homes. So I would like to know how the story ended with the wife suing NeNe. So now she's embroiled. The wife is embroiled in suing the Real Housewives of Atlanta alumni. Therefore, I guess she's going after Mona Scott. But I'm telling you, people, when you get married, nobody thinks they're going to get a divorce. But if it does not work out, you got to cut your losses and just hold your head up and leave. And moving forward, look fabulous. Because the best time to look good and at your best is when you leave a relationship, a man or a woman leaves you. You look your damn best to show them this is what you left behind. And don't ever look back. So his wife, Melamine, and he shares a son together. So in court records, Melamine says she faced embarrassment, humiliation, and disgrace. Because remember the time when he and NeNe first started to date, not only was NeNe married, but he was married also. And everybody had to see on internet, right there in your face, him dating another woman. Usually when a man finds another woman and he's hot in his sheets with her, it's usually behind the scenes. It's hidden. and you hear it by word of mouth. Not this relationship. NeNe and this man was carrying on a full-blown romance out in the open, and he was still married. And the wife said she was embarrassed because imagine all your friends, everybody who knew you for 6 years, that you were in this marriage is now seeing all this stuff unfold. And I can imagine the embarrassment. Now, the guy who NeNe is dating, his name is Demosio, and he's a fashion designer. And his wife said that it was so embarrassing for her because NeNe had posted intimate pictures with her and Tomasio on the internet. And I guess, I would have sued her butt too. If you're going to post pictures of my husband and you on the internet, my husband didn't even come to me and tell me that he's dating this other woman, but the other woman is posting up pictures, intimate pictures on the internet. That is what is known as what? NeNe was asking for a beatdown. That's what that's known as. Because in South America, you post pictures up of anybody's husband and see what's going to happen. They're going to come to your yard and drag you out your own house or go into your house and beat your ass. That's what they would do. So I think NeNe was really lucky. She's living here in America where everything got to go through the court system. You can't lay a glove on anybody. But if she was in Africa, honey, it would have been a whole new different ball game. She would have been laid up in the hospital, messed up. Because I'm sure Melamine would have gotten all her best juju and went over to the house and dragged NeNe out of that house. And if she didn't want to come out, they would have went inside and beat her butt right there in her house. That's how they do it in Guyana, okay? You don't get away with stuff like that. You pay the penalty. You got to pay the piper when you go cheating. Them women don't play, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, people. I don't believe in fighting for no man because if he don't want you, why would you put your life on the line to fight for him and show your ass? And this man is blatantly disrespecting you and pretty much saying, I don't want you anymore. So what you do is you move on. But I would have beat her ass just out of GP. NeNe deserve an ass whipping just out of general principle that you don't rub it in a woman's face. Okay, you got the man. He wasn't good anyway. If he is in a happy marriage, a happy relationship, and he go cheating, then he's not for you. He wasn't good to begin with. That's why even though the marriage is good, he's still going to go there and cheat. So NeNe could have him. But just out of GP, general principle, for that type of disrespect and that level of disrespect, then ass whipping would have been warranted. Because I'm sure his wife is saying, you can have him if you want to. He ain't no good if he's going to cheat on me, but you're going to rub my face in it? Really? Yeah, so Solomon said she looks on the internet and she sees all this social media posting with her husband and NeNe leaks. And this was on December the 15th, she said. So it's in the court paperwork that on December the 15th, she saw her husband and NeNe posted all these pictures. Come December the 15th, close to Christmas, everybody don't know how to act. If you got a little man, even if he's married, you want to post up and get cozy and take pictures and post it on social media. That's what NeNe did. She jumped the gun before this man could even file for divorce. She posted all these pictures, allegedly. And now I guess she's going to pay the price. She's going to pay the piper. We're going to see what the courts have to say, however, because, the American justice system, you got to wait for them to tell you how you can move forward. And you guys know NeNe leaks through the forum, and she heard the news that she was being sued by this man's wife. She got to social media, Instagram, and she says, that's not true. I'm not a husband stealer. There's a lot going on in the internet and in the world. There's a lot going on in the world, and I ain't got time to steal nobody's husband. So what you doing with a married man if that's the case? If what NeNe is saying is true, the first question should have been when this man approached her is, are you married? And if you are, you can get to step in because I don't go out with married men. So if you guys can recall that NeNe's husband, ex-husband, Greg, Leaks died of cancer back in September of 2021. And not 2 months after, she was spotted with this new man. Posted pictures in December, 3 months after. So there's no shame in NeNe's game, okay? Knowing that she was going to hurt this other woman, she didn't even give the man time to break the news properly to his wife that he wants a divorce. She figured, I guess, she was going to circumvent anything that he has in mind and put it out there for the wife to see, humiliate the wife, force that divorce to happen. Allegedly. So even if the wife was going to forgive him, as a lot of women do, they forgive their husbands for infidelity. Even if it's out there and open, even if she was going to forgive him, how can she now forgive him when it's all over the internet? Usually the infidelity is like, just between the wife, the husband, and the ex, and the outside woman. But everybody knew about this infidelity 3 months after NeNe met this man. She didn't hide it. She put it out there. She wanted the world to know, including the wife. So this is the entire statement that NeNe put out a day after she found out that Miller Mine, the guy's wife, is going to be suing her. And this is what she says. There's a lot going on in the world. I'm already out here a husband stealer, and that is too much. Ain't nobody out here stealing husbands, are they? I would never. That was her statement, folks. And I had to shake my head and just say, what a hypocrite. I don't know if you guys can remember the famous lines she said to Kim Zolciak. Close your legs to married men. And apparently hers is wide open, okay? Because she could not wait to announce that she's going out with this married man, and got the nerve to put out a statement recently that she would never. Not only has she gone out with a married man, but she has done it in a very, very scandalous way. She posted their relationship on the internet 3 months after she met him. And it was the fresh death of Greg. Greg had just died in September. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. This is the kind of stuff that best novels have been written about, okay? So she was posting up all kinds of pictures back in December, according to page 6. Unashamed, unabashful, don't give a damn what you think and who got hurt. Well, now maybe she's going to have to pay the price. I don't know if the wife lives in a state where she can and get some type of money from Bravo or NeNe. I don't know if she's even living in the U.S. So NeNe jokingly said that nobody wants to steal nobody else's problems. Well, guess what? You just picked up a problem, honey, if that's how you're going to phrase it, because you did steal that man from his wife. Because the woman said she was happy with her husband, and they were having a very healthy sex life before NeNe stepped into the picture, and the man haven't touched her since he met NeNe. So I don't know what NeNe put on that man, but honey, all I gotta say is NeNe used to be a stripper, and honey, I guess she can still make them hips move, okay? And twirl her legs 100 ways around and back, because whatever she put on him, he didn't want to go back home. But in all seriousness, people, I am happy for NeNe that she's able to find happiness, love, and I hope that it doesn't come around, because karma is a bitch, okay? What goes around comes around. Because a lot of times when you cheat to get a man, another woman is going to cheat with that same man on you, and you're going to lose him to another woman. What goes around comes around. So according to TMZ, Tomasio said there was no overlapping in the relationship. That I guess he was alleging that when he started to date NeNe, her husband was out of the picture and he was not with his wife. But back in December, around December 21st, a picture of NeNe and him surfaced. So there was an overlapping, because Greg died in September 21st. And just before Greg died, NeNe was seen with this guy, Tomasio. But everybody was speculating whether or not she was dating a new man. And Greg was on his death's bed. And that was the outrage with the community at large, that she's not showing any respect for her dying husband. But, they were, I guess, sneaking and ducking, and, nobody was sure because no statements was put out, and they were not really hugging and kissing openly. It was just a little restaurant, and that would be it. But that's all people saw, them at a restaurant. But there was no touchy-feely. But after Greg died, September of the same year that she was dating this guy, she felt emboldened that she can come out, and she didn't give a damn what anybody thought. So in December, she posted up their relationship. They were hugging and touchy-feeling and all of that in December, I believe the 15th, the wife said. And so the wife was highly embarrassed because, for anybody who is in a relationship and I'm not even sure if this man told his wife before these pictures were posted up, because this woman is so hurt that, I'm getting the inclination that maybe he didn't tell her. Maybe she found out through social media when NeNe actually posted the pictures. That's what I'm thinking. But of course, guys, everything is alleged over here because we are not sure. So I have to say alleged. You all know the old saying, you've heard it before. Karma is a bitch. And another saying is, you reap what you sow. So guys, if you want to weigh in on this story, drop it in the comment section. We'll discuss it further. I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.